With the pandemic going around, you typically want to avoid larger groups. So what does that mean for some of our larger organizations here at Southside? Over the summer, the band got some pretty strict guidelines to follow in regards to COVID-19.
The COVID procedures for the band are, we definitely got to be masked up, and so you ask, how do we play an instrument with mask? Well, we've had to, put slits in our mask for all the different instruments, like flutes have to have a little flap thing that works, and so we had to get real creative with that.
One student, who found that cutting holes in her face mask seemed a little counterproductive, came up with a creative solution when playing with a mask on.
Can you show us how the mask that you made works?
You just open it up like this. You can put the mouthpiece there, and then when you're done playing, you just kind of put it back together. And so it just comes apart, makes it a little bit easier. My manager at work, I was talking to her about how I had to wear a slitted mask, and she said that she made a mask once where she did it like a pillowcase, the back of a pillowcase, and so I was like, oh, I could make something like that. So that's where I got the idea.
Every year, the band's students practice hard for an elaborate marching show, which is performed at every halftime game. But due to mandated social distancing, a full marching show just isn't possible this year.
We have to be social distance of 6 feet with all the instruments. When we first started in this process, flutes had to be 12 feet apart, and trombones had to be like 9 feet apart, and then the rest could be 6. And it's graduated down to 6 for everybody. And as you can imagine, trying to put the band normally march formations and drill to make a marching show, there's no way you could do that now this year with those restrictions and constraints of space. So it's created a whole different situation for this year. The kids have to be resilient about it, and they've done a great job.
Despite all the restrictions that COVID-19 has placed on our clubs and organizations here at Southside, students and advisors are working hard to ensure that everyone has the same opportunities as before.